Welcome to part two of The Science of Getting Rich, Decoded for Entrepreneurs. My name is Tasha Chen. I'm a Science of Getting Rich mentor and coach. I'm the co founder of the Science of Getting Rich Academy, and I have been using these principles for a very long time, the last 12 years, but coaching others and mentoring other entrepreneurs to use them for the last 7 years. And in that time, our clients have completely changed their lives. They've manifested a lot of money, multi-millions. But the thing that I love the most about all that is that none of it has required any hard work. And so I'm doing this 4-part series because I'm really excited to share with all the entrepreneurs that are out there right now in this current environment and, might be worried, wondering what to do, how to do it. Feeling afraid and scared. I get it. And so I want to share with you this morning how you can trust that success can be yours, even in uncertain economic times. So this is part two of a 4-part series. In part one, we talk about your purpose, because I think if we're going to talk about being an entrepreneur and being successful and using the principles and the science of getting rich, then we have to start at the very beginning, which is, why did we do this? And I want it to be certain to clarify for everyone, why are you even here? Forget about why you went into business. Why are you even here at this time in your life, having this life experience? And the purpose of your being here is to live all that you're capable of living and to enjoy life to the fullest, however you define and decide that looks for you. That's why you're here. And so your business is a vehicle to allow you to do that, because a lot of people have it kind of mixed up. They think that becoming successful in their business is their purpose. And that's just the road paved with frustrations and overworking and not enjoying life and feeling like you're not getting ahead. And so I really wanted in part one to clarify for you, your purpose is to live the fullest of your capabilities and enjoy life. And then once you understand that, then you go a little bit deeper and you're like, and my business is just a vehicle that allows me to do that. So that was part one. Part two today, I want to talk about being in business, taking the leap to be an entrepreneur, taking your destiny in your own hands. And let's face it, it can be scary, risky, no guarantees. I know for sure there are no guarantees. You literally like hang your sign outside and you're like, I'm going in business all on my own. I'm taking this leap of faith. I'm trusting that this idea that I have, this product, this service, whatever it is going to be the way that I'm going to, put myself out there in the world and say, this is how I'm choosing to make a living. So when you do that, can you trust that success can be yours? I'm here to tell you 100,000%, yes, you can. I know I've proven it. I've shown lots of people how to do it. But I want you to hear my words this morning. Sometimes it's a matter of just hearing external validation and verification of a truth. Yes, you can trust that you can be successful in any economic times, any environment, any business that you're in. It doesn't, how much talent you have. It doesn't matter. You can trust that you can be successful. And I'm going to share with you why you can have that kind of trust and faith. So the best example I thought to give you of this is one of our, it's so hard for me to say clients, one of our family members, one of our people. Obviously, I'm in the business of sharing with people how to understand the science of getting rich, to apply the principles in their lives and live it to create success easily. So we were enrolling in one of these programs recently, and the times were very interesting. We're in a global pandemic. The economic markets, the financial markets were totally, it was all negatives, red, totally crashed. Everyone was just very, in fear and scarcity mode. And so we were enrolling for a program where we're telling people, you can trust that you can be successful. And so one of my clients I happened to be the person talking to her as we enrolled, enrolling her, and she was very afraid, understandably. But her unique situation was she's an artist, and she's saying, Tasha, the business that I'm in, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be watching this. She lives in Germany, and she's an artist, and we're in the midst of this global pandemic, and she says no one's wanting to buy art right now. Everyone wants, they're rushing to get food supplies, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, the necessities to make it through this pandemic. They're not buying high end art, which is the business that she's in. And I said to her, you are making an agreement that makes that true. It doesn't have to be like that. That's something that you're saying that's the way it is, and you're making it true. And I'll just fast forward. We were 3 weeks into showing her how this program works, and she, posted in our group evidence of selling her art and all these amazing opportunities that have come for her to showcase her art in high-end places in front of her ideal clients. And the purpose of the story is someone selling art, high end art in the midst of a global pandemic became successful because there are certain laws that govern how you become rich or how you become successful, right? Once you know and understand these laws and you apply them, anybody, and that's what I love about it, anybody can become rich or become successful. The thing is that you have to know what these laws are so that you can apply them. I've been in several businesses in my lifetime, and when I look at the difference in how I've experienced success in one versus the other, what I realize is in one, I used my effort and my human understanding, and it was hard, and I failed, and I didn't enjoy it. And now that I know how these laws work and I'm applying them, life is so much better. Business is easier. Things come to me. So I want to know, would you want to know about these certain laws? Would you be interested in knowing about the laws and how you can trust them? And as you're taking the time to answer that, I just want you to know, here's the thing. When two people, I want you to just consider this, when two people are in the same business and in the same environment, and one person is successful and getting rich and the other person is not, it is because the person that's successful is doing things in a certain way. That has always blown my mind. I think back to my best friend and business partner when we first met a few years ago. I was coming out of my failed business. We live in the same town. We were exposed to the same economic conditions. Everything was the same, right? In fact, I was spending a lot more money marketing and doing a lot more getting out there, networking, doing all the things you should do. And my business did not thrive. And hers did. And, we've spent years dissecting what were you doing and what was I doing? She was doing things in a certain way and I was not. And so, in the same economic conditions, my business failed and her business thrived. So, just if you want to start to understand how you can trust what I'm telling you, you can trust, then I want you to understand that success has nothing to do with the environment you're in. It has nothing to do with the economic conditions you're in. It has nothing to do with luck. She wasn't lucky and I was unlucky. She was doing things in a certain way and I wasn't, right? So it has nothing to do with luck. Another thing that people tell me, well, it's the type of business I'm in. Like my client would have said, well, I'm an artist. I sell high-end art. Right now, no one's going to buy that. That's not true. That's an agreement that you're making, and it doesn't have to be true. So I want to share with you, and I'm going to be reading from The Science of Getting Rich, but I want to share with you how you can take to the bank the trust and faith that you can be successful. Here's what I want you to know. It's a law. It's scientific. There's a scientific way to becoming wealthy and becoming rich and being successful. It is like the law of gravity. The same way, it's like if it's a windy day and you throw an apple up, it's going to fall down. If it's humid and there's no breeze and you throw an apple up, it's going to fall down. If there's a hurricane and you throw an apple up, it's going to fall down. If it's snowing and really like you're snowed in and you throw an apple up, it's going to come down. It's a law. It's the law of gravity, and it applies always. Becoming successful is a scientific law. When applied, no matter what the conditions, no matter what you try to say, this is my special circumstance. I don't have the right opportunities. I don't know the right people. I'm not the right education level. I'm not whatever I don't have enough money. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to do Facebook ads. Whatever you want to say, I hear you. And I want to tell you, none of that is relevant to the law. The law is the law. When applied, you become successful. So here's the other way that you can trust that this is true. I want everyone watching to just ask yourself this, like, I call it my come to Tasha question, right? Like you're like, when you have to look in the mirror and look at yourself and just keep it real. And so here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Is there anyone else in my business that is succeeding right now? Whatever the economic conditions are, wherever you live, you might live in a town with 5 people. Is there anyone else in your town that's in your business, a business similar to yours, and they're succeeding no matter what the conditions are? Yes or no? So let me know, yes or no. Is there anyone in your business or a business similar to yours that's succeeding? And if that is the case, if your answer to that question is yes, that right there is the trust that you can count on. Because here's what it says in The Science of Getting Rich. If anybody else in your town can get rich, so can you. And if anybody else in your state can get rich, so can you. Again, it is not a matter of choosing some particular business. So many people are, running all over trying to find the right business to get in and say, and, really say, I'm not succeeding because I'm not doing the right thing. No, it says it's not a matter of choosing the right business. People get rich in every business and in every profession, while their next door neighbors in the same vocation remain in poverty. When I read that, for me, I was like, wait a second. I've made this so, point the finger at everything else, the economy, the other people, what they know, who they know. I've made it so outside of myself as to how success comes. And this says, no, if anybody else is doing it, so can you. And now I want to read what really, really, really gets me excited about this. It says, the law of wealth is the same for them, the people that you're watching being successful, as it is for all. The law of wealth is the same. It's like the law of gravity applies no matter who you are, where you live, what the conditions are. The law is the law. It's the same thing. The law of wealth applies for everyone. It says, no one is kept in poverty by the shortness of supply. There is more than enough for all. No one is kept in poverty by the shortness of supply. How can you trust that you can be successful? Because the supply is infinite. When you tap into these laws and you tap into living a certain way, what's available for you in terms of success, there's not just a little for this special person over here and a little for that special person. It's infinite. It's available for all of us, as much as you want. I tell people, take a deep breath. Inhale as much as you possibly want. All the oxygen that you want. Fill your lungs up till you're so full that you have to stop inhaling because you've taken in as much as you can possibly enjoy. And while you're taking in as much as you can, there's still enough air and oxygen for every other human being on this planet. It's the same with wealth and success. I can have as much as I want, and so can everyone else. That's how I know I can trust in creating success, because it's a law that works for everyone, right? It says the visible supply is inexhaustible, and the invisible supply really is inexhaustible. Nature is inexhaustible, is an inexhaustible storehouse of riches. The supply will never run short. I love these statements. I love these guarantees. This is how I have trust. The supply never gonna run short. Somebody else is being wealthy and getting rich and succeeding in my business, in something similar to what I do, so can I. It's not that they're the only ones that can be successful and the supply has run out. It's infinite. It's available for all of us. All right? It says because it says if you are not being successful right now, it's because you are not following the certain way of doing things that makes a person successful. My daughter would say, period, with a T at the end. It's like a new thing, I guess, nowadays. But, right, that's it. So I want to implore you as we continue. And next week in part 3, I'm going to talk about how it is that you're thinking that's getting in the way of you creating success. Right? I really want to just pull the curtains back and show you how you're getting in your own way by some of the thoughts that you're thinking. But for today, I want to leave you with the confidence of knowing the law of wealth is the same for everyone. Everyone, no matter what country you live, where you are, the business you're in, where you are in business, you just got started today in business, the law of wealth and success, it's a science and it's available for everyone. So the biggest thing you can do to like give your little ego what it needs right now is to ask yourself, is there anyone else in my business that's succeeding right now in these conditions, in this environment? Is there anyone? And if your answer is yes, then that's pretty much your guarantee. So can you. And if you don't know anyone that's succeeding, then go find them, because I promise you, on this planet, there is someone doing what you're doing who's applying the law of wealth and making it work for them. And as long as you can find that person, you can be guaranteed of your own success. You can trust that the law, I can trust with all my heart. I'm going to throw that apple up. It's coming down. That's my guarantee. It's a law. I can trust it. It's the same. I can trust in the law of success. And just like my client said, I'm in art. No one's going to be buying that right now. And within 3 weeks to have sold a pretty expensive painting, to have opportunities to have her art exhibited in really luxury places. I said, I'm really tempted to tell you, I told you so. But I have that confidence because I understand that it's a law. And that's what I want to leave you with this morning. It is a law. You can create success no matter what the environment is. All right. So there you go. Join me next week for part 3, where I'm going to talk about your thinking, because everything begins with your thought. Have a great day.